This is a house of sounds, of songs, and of pictures, of places from the past, from the present, and the future. I believe that every one of us has some places outside, outdoors, that have a special meaning, special significance for us. Maybe a place from your childhood where you loved to play, or a place from your present life, outdoor, that you like to go when you are happy or unhappy. Or maybe a place from your future that you are longing for. I would like to invite you for a journey. This little house has a very beautiful resonance. And I would like to invite you to sing some places. Just make some songs and you can do it. Hey, oh, Try just one more, continue and listen to the sound. Thank you, beautiful. Can you feel it gives a little warmth? And your house is singing very beautiful. It's ringing. Yeah. So, in a moment I would ask one of you to sit down in this chair. And I will ask this person to tell us about a place from the past or the present or the future. And we will sing this place. I can tell you a place from my life first. We can try to do it. When I was a child, I lived with my grandmother on a little island, very close to the sea. And in the summertime, we spent all day long at the beach, me and my sister and my brothers. And we were just playing with the sand and the stone and swimming in the ocean. My grandmother's dogs, they were sitting on the beach, keeping an eye on us. And if we swam out too long, they said, "Woo!" And we had to go back. And I still remember the sensation of the water, and the feeling of sand between my hands, and playing with the stones, the cold feeling of the stones, and the warmth from the sun, and the singing, and the sounds from the birds of the sea. I try to sing my place for you, and maybe you can help me. Maybe you can help me sing, make the sounds of the waves from my place. Will you help me? You can make the sounds. And you just go on and I sing my place for you. Oh, hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Thank you very much. This was the sound of my place, and thank you for helping me. So this is how it goes. Now one of you had the chance, one chance in life to be here in English house and hear a place from your life.
Okay, where I grew up in County Clare in Ireland, I grew up on the side of a hill in a stone cottage, and just across the road from our house, there's an old stone cottage that is completely run down, and it used to be part of a farm, but now it's kind of crumbling and falling apart, and there's moss growing everywhere, and fuchsia plants because they grow like wildfire everywhere. And in the middle of this complex of 3 houses, rundown houses. There is a huge beech tree, and it's huge. It's like maybe not as big as wide as this, but probably half of this like wide. And when you climb up, it has 3 big branches coming out, and it creates like a nest in the center. And this nest is covered in moss, and when you sit you can put your hands and feel the softness of the moss, and depending on what season it is you can lie back and look up, and you can see you can either see the sky through these kind of fingers of black branches, or you can see the light coming through like buds of green or full leaves or small leaves, and it changes from season to season. And I spend a lot of time there still. And you can climb up each of these big 3 branches, and you get a different perspective of the countryside around. And the field next door is full of cows, and full of and then the other field has like a marshland with reeds that you can make crafts from, and it's like a magical green wonderland of Ireland.
Thank you, Katrine. Would you like to hear the sound of this place?
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm born in Hong Kong, so my place is more like a city. Yeah. So I remember when I moved back to live with my mom when I was 6 or 7. Yeah. My mom is a hairdresser, so at our place it's really small. It's like 40 square meters. So, but in that place we have a living room, we have a hairdressing place. So it's more like the illegal stuff in Hong Kong. So every time when I back home, there's a lot of people who say, "Hello, Susan, how are you?" Yeah. So then I heard to more like, "Oh, it's good." Then when I go, then after a lot of like half an hour to more like a chit chat to socialize with the client, then I can back to my little room. So when I back to my little room, I always hear it's really crowded, so you can hear my mom is doing the cutting the hair, and some people they're just gossiping in a large sound. Yeah, and people they may open the TV, switch on the TV, and then my mom is always like to push the alarm like ding dong to ask me out. Somehow it's made me feel like a dog. Come on, I'm not a dog. Come on, why you have to make an alarm to ask me to go out? Then I thought this place I will live. Because that place is kind of rent, it's not our own place. So, but still, in my kind of impression that I will stay there for not entire life, but there's a place that belongs to me. Yeah, I would say because I spent there for 15 years or something. Yeah, so every day when I back home, when my mom and they're still together, then when I back home, I will, like people they're just gossiping and cutting hair, and then a lot of sound. It's so noisy. Yeah, but later on, because my mom and dad, when they get separated, so I moved with my dad. Then there's no that sound anymore. Then I thought it will. Then later on, end up the places have to return to the owner, so it's disappeared. So the whole place is kind of I cannot get it back. So I wish I can get it from you.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
You request your place. Yes.
Yeah, it's so much better to get the image and get the sound to bring me. Yeah, temporary back.
Yeah.
Oh, we have beautiful men here. So would you like to take a chair?
I'll be the man.
You just pick who you are. You ready to sing the place of Inca? Yes. So we breathe.
Mila, mila, etrako, otrako, mamo dziukanda imom. Storia, mila, mila, etrako, otrako, mamo dziukanda imom. La la la, halle, mamme, galino, lo taradadida, bella, lo cananiella. La la la, mamme, molla, bella, galina, no struga. radia con amoli candelina.
So now we just leave quietly. We just make some warm tones to the little house. Yes.